Get that water out of the goddamn huddle. I tell you when you get a fucking water break.
Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer Podcast. This is Ralph Phillips.
I'm Molly Bay.
Today is July 28, 2019. 42 days to kick off. But football is here. Oh my gosh, it's been such an exciting weekend. I've been watching game film all weekend. Got like 8 hours in yesterday. We've had practice all day today with pads.
And it's only 12 days till the first preseason game.
I know, right? And then we got Hard Knocks coming up next week, next Tuesday.
Which is on the 6th.
Saw that John Gruden clip. It was great. Booger McFarland tweeted to Warren Sapp or somebody, and he was like, "You follow me?" Because that's what John Gruden says all the time. And in that clip, he had said that. He said, "You follow me? Are you with me? You with me?"
I wonder if it was the joke in the locker room.
Apparently it was. Oh, gosh, I am so ready. I am so pumped. All these clips, guys have been doing great with the clips. We're getting clips from everybody. Carmen Vitale, Pewter Report, Joe Bucs fan. Mr. Bucs Nation was there doing live broadcasts all weekend. He didn't today, though. That kind of disappointed me because I thought he did a great job. Bunch of other people I can't remember.
Random people on Twitter.
Great clips, man. We were seeing great stuff from the practice today. First full day with pads. It was good. My favorite one was the Ndamukong Suh beating Ali Marpet, doing a swim move by Ali Marpet and just destroying
number 32.
The running
Number
back.
32 is.
The running back. Was that 32?
Yeah.
Just destroy. I mean, and Sue just looks huge, man. He's a big man.
He did. He batted down a pass and really he just like stuck up his arm.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Just, big meat paw coming out. And Arians said afterwards, and this is always true, the defense does good for the first few practices because the offense has got a lot more shit they got to come up with, but that they got to think about.
Yeah, and you saw a Joe Bucs fan almost having a meltdown
because of
Friday.
Jameis,
saying that Jameis had the worst practice that he's ever had the first day.
Hey, you can look at that either way. You can look at it as Jameis sucked or the defense was doing really good. I go with the defense was doing really good.
Which Joe Bucs fan had to be just, their mind was just blowing up because
they didn't want.
They were the ones that had the meltdown about us drafting all these cornerbacks
I know.
And secondary. So it's like, does Jameis suck, or was it a good call on the draft? I don't know.
One of them was just crying, basically, and he said he was going to quit.
I thought he needed a safe space. Yeah, he was going to turn in his media credentials. He didn't do it.
Yeah, I love Joe Bucs fans. You know, they're different. Molly doesn't like them so much because they're negative, but all of them are negative. That's how I look at it. I mean, the whole Tampa media.
Yeah, but they're like negative from the get-go. The other outlets will at least be on board until we start losing, and then they jump ship immediately.
The defense looked really good today, I thought. They had some good interceptions. We do have some bad news, though. We have our first injury of the fucking training camp. Safety Orion Stewart messed up his knee. It was pretty bad looking. I actually sat there and frame by framed where he messed up his knee. It didn't look bad, but his reaction to it was really bad. He
was in a lot of pain.
And he was cussing. He was laying there just like, oh my God, F-bombs here, F-bombs there. He was pretty upset.
And got carted off.
Got carted off the field. Not good, but, you know, we're stacked in the secondary. I mean, it's a battle back there.
It's a good thing we drafted so many guys in the secondary. That's all I'm saying.
Take that, Joe Bucs fan. Okay. Fact checks and follow-ups.
All right.
Follow-up number 1. This is a good one. Where did the kangol hat name come from?
Okay.
It came from the Kangol English Clothing Company. The Kangol is an English clothing company famous for its headwear. The name Kangol reflects the original production where the K was for knitting, the A-N-G was for Angora, and the O-L was for wool.
Okay.
How about that?
Makes sense.
Now, there's no kangaroos done in Britain. There's no Kangol hat has ever actually been manufactured in Australia where kangaroos are from. But they did adopt the kangaroo emblem in 1983 because Americans, go America, commonly asked where they could get the kangaroo hat.
Oh, come on.
Well, I have a hard time. Kangol, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
You said Kegels.
Yes.
I said Kankles.
Kangaroo.
So apparently, yeah, it was kangaroo back in the day.
Us dumb Americans have a hard time.
Best place in the world, thank you. Fact check. Greg Olson's son is 6 years old.
Okay. So he's yelling at a 6-year-old.
He was yelling at him like he stole his wallet or something.
He was the worst football player he's ever seen in his life.
I couldn't imagine yelling at my 6-year-old son that way. I don't know, yell at him. He's 12 now. I can't even get him to talk to me, but I couldn't imagine yelling at him like that.
I don't know. Maybe it builds character. I think that's the thought.
That's what they say. Follow up. Wally Pipp was the name of the player who was replaced by Lou Gehrig.
Okay.
This is a story that Bruce Arians loves to tell because, like Bruce Arians said, the MVP on the team is the guy that's prepared to take the place of the guy that gets injured. And he tells a story about Lou Gehrig, how Lou Gehrig took the place of Wally Pipp through an injury. Lou Gehrig did not play again for many, many years. I mean, he had a long streak of play, and nobody knows who Wally Pipp is because Wally Pipp he got hurt. Lou Gehrig came in to fill in for him. Lou Gehrig took his place, and that was history.
You forgot his name like mid-story. You had to go refer back to your notes.
I had to look back. I was like, Wally who?
That's how unremarkable he is.
Yeah, and Wally Pipp at the time was like an MVP player. But you get hurt and people will take your place. That's what football and sports in general is all about. I'm not a big fan of you get hurt and you keep your job. No, yeah. I believe because availability is accountability. And guess what? Donovan Smith was out practice today because of an Achilles tweak.
First day in pads. And might we add, yesterday he got blowed up by Noah Spence, knocked on his ass. I think his pride was hurt, not his Achilles, but
now we all saw the video of Noah Spence putting Donovan Smith on his ass, but that wasn't the only time. It happened more than once. Noah Spence, man, I'm telling you guys, watch out for him. But Donovan Smith also didn't show up for some OTAs because of a flu problem, remember? And Bruce Arians called him out for that. Mm-hmm. Bruce Arians said, yeah, I was feeling sick, but I showed up. Mm-hmm. It just called him out. I'm worried about Donovan Smith.
I am too. I don't know how well he's going to do in a team where people are called out like that.
Right. If you look at the list of players that were out today, no veterans except Donovan Smith. He's the only veteran that didn't practice today. Everybody else showed up.
Justin Evans, did he practice?
Besides Justin Evans. And
he doesn't count.
I don't believe in talking crap about people on the team.
Except for Donovan Smith.
Well, it's an accountability thing. I'm not saying let's get rid of Donovan Smith, and I'm not saying let's get rid of Justin Evans. But like I said, I watched film all weekend, and man, Justin Evans just is not good. And he if he's not going to play in practice, there's no way he's going to make the team.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No
he needs to
way.
Find a way to get on the field, and that's the only way he's going to keep his job.
Get on the field and show up. Like this defense is showing up. I mean, these guys are out here knocking balls down.
Yeah, to the point where media outlets like Joe Bucs fan are saying Jameis Winston's having his worst practice ever.
Yeah, it's not Jameis Winston. It's his secondary. Mike Evans did catch a few balls on him, though, but that's Mike Evans. And it's just going to make the secondary better. Having to cover Mike Evans during practice. Yeah, you can excuse that. If he only makes 2 touchdowns, that's holding Mike and Evans. Mike and
Ike's.
Follow up. We had talked about all the wide receivers that have played under Drew Brees and how Drew Brees makes those around him better.
Yeah, because Michael Thomas is holding out. He wants all this money.
That's right. And we had said Michael Thomas is not...
He ain't shit.
He ain't nothing. It's Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Here are the players that have played under Drew Brees.
Oh, gosh. You're going to go through this list, and I'm like, yeah, I remember that guy.
Right, yeah. Lance Moore.
Yep.
Marquise Colston.
Yep.
Kenny Stills.
Yep.
Brandon Cooks. Yep. Robert Meacham. Now, this one you're not going to know. Devery Henderson.
Okay. I don't know him.
Michael Thomas. Ted Ginn. Cameron Meredith.
I don't remember him.
Willie Snead.
Yes. What happened to him?
Disappeared.
He ain't playing for Drew Brees anymore.
Exactly. Lance Moore had 1,041 yards in 2012. He goes to Pittsburgh Steelers in 2014, gets 198.
Oh, my gosh. He got paid probably when he went to Pittsburgh, yeah.
Yeah. Then he goes to Detroit in 2015. Gets 337 yards.
Okay, Detroit is almost like the Browns where people, NFL players, their career goes to die.
Hey, I like Detroit because we played them in that division, and they were always tough. So then we have Marquise Colston. Now, he played his whole career with the New Orleans Saints from 2006 to 2015. 9 years. 10 years. 10 years. So you can't compare him because he didn't go anywhere else and suck.
Yeah.
Kenny Stills. Now, he had 931 yards with New Orleans Saints in 2014. Goes to Miami, gets a big-ass contract, has not eclipsed 800 yards since.
Is he still there?
Still there. Brandon Cooks. He's an outlier. He actually got more yards with the Rams in 2018 than he did with the Saints. Robert Meacham. He goes from 722 yards in 2009 to 207 yards with... Then he goes to the Chargers, and he gets 207 yards. So then he goes back to the New Orleans.
So he goes from 722 yards to 207 yards.
Then he comes back to New Orleans, and he doesn't do crap. And then
they're mad at him for leaving.
Right,
trying to go somewhere else.
Yeah, Drew Brees is kind of a dick like that. Ted Ginn.
Ginn.
Is it Ginn?
Yes. He's with the Panthers now.
No.
What?
He's played for Miami, San Francisco, Carolina, Arizona. He's been at Carolina twice. And now he's at New Orleans. Now he's
still with New Orleans now in 2019.
You're going to make me look this up, aren't you?
Yeah. I just want to make sure.
I know. He did really good at Carolina because he was the only one they had to throw to there for a while. He is still with New Orleans.
Okay.
Well, he was with New Orleans last year. Whether he's there this year, let me look.
Yep. Still there.
Yes. He's right behind Michael Thomas. Not right behind him on the depth chart, but he's the wide
number
receiver.
2.
Yeah. He had 790 yards in Miami in 2008, and he's never eclipsed that with New Orleans. He got 787 in 2017. Cameron Meredith actually played better with Chicago in 2016. He had 888 yards. He came to New Orleans in 2018, had 114. He is the second-string slot receiver for New Orleans now. So you can definitely make a case that wide receivers that play with New Orleans with Drew Brees don't do as good when they go somewhere else.
Right.
And this year, they're not going to do crap because our defense is the bomb. I'm so excited about our defense. Who was it? We were watching the press conference. It was Buchanan, I think. No, Shaquille Barrett.
Uh-huh.
He said, I've played in 3-4 defenses before, and this is like nothing I've ever seen. Boom. Thank you. I'm going with my prediction that this defense is going to be unreadable. You're not going to be able to read it. Which
is phenomenal against somebody like Drew Brees, who has seen everything because he's so old. Mm-hmm. He has been through so much NFL football.
Mm-hmm. With Drew Brees, what you got to do is you just got to stop those short underneath throws. That's what Drew Brees is all about. Drew Brees is not a down-the-field thrower, especially late in the season. After 8 games, he's out there with his walker. He's throwing 3 yards down the field.
Now, when you say these short underneath throws, do you mean the intentional grounding when he's in the middle of getting sacked? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, don't get me angry. These refs have got to start calling him for these intentional
They will
groundings.
never.
I know.
Never. They haven't thus far.
But yes, Drew Brees has seen everything. I mean, the guy's been in the league since, 1432 or something? Like before football has even been a thing. So he's seen everything, and I think they're going to throw some really crazy looks at him. But even still, I mean, we played New Orleans hard.
Yeah, every year.
Every year.
Even with our shitty defense.
Yeah, with our shitty teams and our shitty defenses we've had for the past decade, it's not unusual for us to split with New Orleans.
We did last year.
Oh, me and you watched that the first game.
Yeah,
week
I fell
1.
asleep.
Yeah, you did. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, man! And I'm like elbowing her.
And I'm like, what I missed?
So then I started talking with the baby. I'm like, hey, did you see that? She's getting all excited.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. And
Mike. That's all she knows.
She knows Mike Evans. Mike? Is that Mike? She loves Mike Evans. Can't blame her. So New Orleans, I think throwing the kitchen sink at them was going to be great. And we have got the guys to stop that underneath the shit. I really think our Achilles heel is going to be deep balls.
You think so? What do you think about Kamara? Because he kicked our ass last year.
No,
we had problems with Christian McCaffrey.
I mean, yeah, they're going to do well. But
but if they're not running up the middle, they run to the side.
Right. We've got fast, man. We've got so much speed on this team. It's crazy how much speed we have on this team. And plus, please, God, please teach these guys how to tackle. I spent all weekend reviewing film, and just the tackling was just so atrocious with us this whole diving at the leg shit.
I cannot believe they did not tackle in practice.
I know. Who was it that said, Pewter Report tweeted out, said, fact in big letters. There has been more actual hitting and tackling in the last 30 minutes of this Bucs camp's practice than there was in the last 3 years with Dirk Cutter's training camps combined.
How did we not know that?
Because the Tampa Bay media is, I don't know, maybe too busy with their craniums up their rectums. They're trying to get that Gerald McCoy interview. That's what they're worried about.
Yeah, apparently.
They don't tell us crap like that. Or that Deshaun Jackson was a prima donna in the locker room causing all kinds of trouble until...
A year later.
Yeah. Come on, media. Step up your game. Yeah, so what I saw with the defense today was just great. And what was really exciting to see was when something would happen, a guy would make a play, the whole defense was running around, jumping up and down, and being excited about it. Because I've talked to you about this. We talked on the podcast about how, our defense just seemed like when somebody would make a play, it would just be like, nah. They did have where they get together and do the group celebrations during sacks and stuff like that. But, they wouldn't help each other up. When somebody make a good tackle, it was just kind of like, meh. Watching game film this weekend, I actually saw 2 times that somebody helped somebody up on our team. One of our teammates helped another teammate up. Twice.
Only 2 times?
Only 2 times. Wow. Both of them were the Vita Vea.
He was helping somebody else up?
Yeah.
He just got so much strength. He can pass it around to
he's
the whole
helping
team.
Everybody else up. I didn't see him do a whole lot during practice, but I did see him, a couple video clips of him on some one-on-one drills where he was just killing people. Jensen.
You cannot put him one-on-one with people.
No, actually, we have a video coming out. It's going to be on YouTube probably tomorrow night with me and Molly. It's going to be on Vita Vea. We got the film all cut up. Hopefully, we'll head out tomorrow night. Exciting guy. I tell you, man, he is... I've never seen anybody on film as good as him. Just as exciting and strong. Now, he
is so strong. He just bull rushes people.
It's crazy.
You can't overpower him.
No.
Not even with 2 guys.
No, 2 guys on him, they struggle.
He can throw 2 guys at once.
Mm-hmm. We have video clips of him throwing 2 guys. It's crazy. And it's not like he's doing this against scrubs. He's doing this against the best linemen in the league.
Yeah, this is during games.
The way he beats up the Dallas Cowboys, that's the game where I went, holy shit, this guy is the bomb.
That's one of the best offensive lines in the league.
Yes, and he
they're bruisers. It's not just
right. Yeah, they're not athletes. They're strong men,
huge.
And he just beat the crap out of them.
Only guy on the line that can do that.
Only one, yeah. JPP had a couple of, but it wasn't power moves. He had some finesse moves where he got around some guys. But other than that, no.
He's got some experience playing them too.
Yes, that's the game where he started playing on the left defensive end. He switched. He normally played on right defensive end. And during that game, he played left defensive end. And I was like, is he doing this because he's scared of Williams? To Dallas Cowboys left tackle.
Yeah.
But then for the rest of the season, he played a lot of left defensive end. So
he had PTSD.
I know. Trent Williams is nothing to fucking shake a stick at. Is it?
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
I'm thinking Redskins. That's Trent Williams.
I think the Redskins.
Tyron Smith. That's who I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah, Tyron Smith is just probably one of the best left tackles in the league as far as pure power goes. Yeah, so JPP was like, I'm not going against this guy. I'm going on the other side. Left Nassib to play against him, and Nassib just got his butt whooped the whole game. But anyhow, yeah, Vea manhandled everybody on that line. Speaking of the line, Donald Penn, our old left tackle, who I was a big fan of.
I don't think we should have let him go.
No. Lovie Smith came in, and his first course of action was he released the whole offensive line, all of them. He released Donald Penn, Ted Larson, Jeremy Zuda,
Davin
Joseph. I have never seen anything like that, and I was freaked out. The media in Tampa Bay didn't say a word about it.
No, because they're the ones that got him in.
Yeah, they wanted Lovie Smith. Yeah. They were all of Lovie Smith's but I have never seen anything like that. How you just get rid of the whole offensive line, and this is a Pro Bowl offensive line. I mean, they had one bad year, but I would chalk that more up to Glennon, who would take a sack before he would throw a ball, and he gets rid of the whole offensive line, and everybody just kind of ignored that. And I was like, and we've been dealing with that since. Donald Penn is still playing. That's incredible to me. But he went and visited with the Redskins this weekend.
Right, because their left tackle, Trent Williams,
who is awesome,
is holding out.
Which is awesome. Did we play the Redskins this year?
I don't know, but we're in Redskins country, so we are never mad when they
hate
implode.
The Redskins. Hate them. Not my most hated team, but
they're up there.
They're up there.
Their fans only show up probably the first 3 weeks until they start losing, and then you don't see a Redskins jersey the rest of the year.
Yeah, they go into hiding. No, we do not play the Redskins this year, which is strange. We play the Redskins quite often because we seem to be staying with them as far as win-losses are concerned. Yeah. But Penn had visited with the Giants or Detroit. I can't remember who, but he's, 32? 30? He's in his 30s. And
he's a dinosaur.
He's a dinosaur, yeah. Molly's saying that because she's in that range.
Are you gonna say my age? Are you really gonna do that?
That's why I said range.
In that range.
Yeah. That range encompasses 20 to 35.
Okay. And I'm at the upper of that range.
I did not say that. You said those were your words.
I'm 31. I'm okay with saying it. I'm not that old where you can't am I that old where you can't say?
I thought I was 52. Wow. No.
Why did you lose track? The Chinese, when you're born, you're one immediately.
Let's get back to football.
Well, one man's trash is another man's treasure, as Cam Newton told us this weekend.
Did you see that? Cam Newton looking like a fool.
He looks weird. He looks crazy. Did you see him at the Walmart with those white overalls and a fanny pack?
Was that really him at Walmart?
If
it wasn't him, it was a dude that looked exactly like him. He's wearing.
And this just goes to what we were talking about with the whole review of All or Nothing. He looks freaking crazy. What is wrong with the way he dresses?
I forgot to get that audio.
My brother is a Panthers fan and was texting me this weekend talking shit about the All or Nothing series.
He was.
So I just tweeted back I texted him back and I said, Cam really did show some flashes of being a legit quarterback. If only they showed as much of that as they did of him getting dressed.
He is all about his style.
Oh, how much? And speaking of one man's trash is another man's treasure, his wardrobe. That is his wardrobe.
I can't get over it. He's just...
What is
up with that?
But you know what? Carolina fans love him for it.
No, they love him because he got him to the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They don't love him because of his wardrobe.
And they think it's going to happen again.
It's never going to happen again. It's done. Again. It's done. He's done. He was in there was a picture posted of him at Walmart. He's wearing a white coveralls with a fanny pack and no shirt. No shirt.
One of his weird hats, again, with a feather.
Yeah. Just insanity. So anyhow, Gerald McCoy is obviously doing some video work. And Cam Newton comes running up behind him. And you can look at Gerald McCoy's face when it happens.
Yeah, he looks super uncomfortable the whole time.
Because Gerald McCoy's not used to other people taking the limelight.
No, and he's very careful about his image.
Yes. And Cam Newton comes running up looking like a maniac. His hair is all over the place. And he's like, I got something to say. Another man's trash is another man's treasure. And he runs off he looked like an ostrich. In those white pants. It was just really strange.
It was weird. Yeah. And McCoy looks uncomfortable the entire time.
I would too if somebody else called me trash.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Cam didn't really think about how that was going to come off. Look, it's going to be a meme though.
It took us less than a half hour to start talking about McCoy.
You did. I did not say a word.
You brought him up first.
I did. Okay, you're right.
But he's going to fit in, right? He's going to fit in there. It's going to be a battle of the attention whores.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. I'll tell you how it's going to go. We're thinking about going to Carolina for the Thursday night game.
Week 2.
Week 2. I really, really want to go.
It's about a 5-hour drive for us. It's not that far.
I've never been to the Panther Stadium.
No.
Which kind of freaks me out when I thought about it. All the stadiums I've been to, I've never been to the Carolina Panther Stadium.
It's pretty close.
I know.
Yeah.
How does that even happen? So we're thinking about going. And I really want to see Gerald McCoy get put on his butt quite a few times. I'm thinking no sacks. No tackles. Definitely not going to get any tackles.
Yeah, I mean, I would say he'd get a tackle over a sack. He's more likely to get a tackle than a sack.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's say he gets 6 sacks a year on average. he gets like 10 tackles a year on average. So, yeah.
So it's really a crapshoot.
Yeah, it's a crapshoot. So, that's the Gerald McCoy news. We should have a segment. Gerald McCoy news.
Ralph can't let go.
No, it's not. This is a big thing because, one, there's a lot of Gerald McCoy haters out there.
That were having closeted for years.
Yes. But they couldn't come out because they come out, everybody calls them names. And they just get gang piled on. So that's going to be interesting. And I am of the camp that Gerald McCoy was way overrated. And we're going to find out who was right and who was wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll fucking take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Are you nervous about being wrong?
Not really. I've seen so much film that he's a prima donna. Too much dancing. I mean, he's got his pluses. He's fast. He's wily. But if you play tough, he's done.
Yeah.
He's done. And I think we're going to play tough this year. If Cutter was still our coach, I'd be worried. But Arians likes to play head games, and I think he's going to probably have McCoy and most likely Cam and Ron Rivera over in a corner crying by halftime.
I think he'll have Cam's number.
He's got Cam's number.
Mark Duffner had Cam's number.
Well, Cam did have a hurt arm.
Cam was injured at that point, yes.
Yeah, I want to say.
So, do you think if he was not injured, he would have beat us?
No, at that point, what happened to us the first half of the season was Mike Smith. Mike Smith is what happened to us. And me and you both were of the opinion, don't fire Mike Smith. Now, if you're not a regular listener to our podcast, we will never ask for anybody to be fired. Mike Smith sucked.
And you really did see it after he left.
Well, you could see it during the
almost
tape.
Immediately.
Yes, I mean he phoned it in.
Yeah.
But our thing is, hey, hold them accountable. They're part of the team. You don't want to be against the team, and they're part of the team, so you don't want to be against them.
And that kind of attitude snowballs almost.
Yes, once it becomes that, it becomes, hey, let's fire this guy, and let's fire this guy. Oh, yeah. This guy sucked this game. Let's fire him, and then everything.
And there's actually a Freakonomics study that they did where firing coaches most of the time didn't really make a difference.
No.
And we've seen that the last 10 years.
Right. Yes. Well, I mean, we're working on it. We're shuffling our deck of coaches. And we don't give them enough time, and we're constantly, as soon as they screw up, it's like, fire them.
Yeah.
So we try to keep away from that. I'm not going to call out Justin Evans and say he needs to be fired. I'm not going to say Donovan Smith needs to be fired. I would not say that Mike Smith needed to be fired. But we need to call him out and say, hey, we see what you're doing. It's not good.
Yeah, you need to be better.
Straighten up, yes. So that's what happened to us the first half of the season.
So it kind of with the fan base goes from 0 to 60. Like it goes from they're fine to let's fire them immediately.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Yeah.
The answer is fire people.
Right.
No, that's not the answer. The answer is make them want to play better.
Give them the opportunity to fix it. If they don't, then they're gone.
Mm-hmm. Arians talked about, I love this. He was at the press conference yesterday. Everybody was like, oh, this did that, this team, this person played well, this side of the ball did good. And he was like, hey, look, we don't even have pads on yet. We're getting ready to put pads on tomorrow, and we're going to find out who the real football players are. We're going to separate the football players from the soccer players.
Oh my God, I love that.
I know.
And then he had another gem today, which was even better. His press conferences are truly the only ones worth watching because they're the only ones that you get any real information from. You watch Jameis and he's saying the same shit he said last year.
Although I will say this, Jameis was so excited Saturday.
He's a lot happier.
Yes, I was glad to see that.
Happier.
It's good to see the attitudes come out.
But like
the words.
Players like you see Peyton Barber, you see Shaq Barrett, all these guys, and it's just the same canned responses that they've always had. So, but BA said today, practice was a bit raggedy, and some of the dudes put on pads and, quote, they pooped themselves.
I think he was talking about the offensive line there because
I don't know.
The question was defensive lineman coming free. But I mean, we were blitzing from everywhere. I mean, MJ Stewart was coming in, Carlton Davis was coming in, Devin White coming in. But
the offensive line didn't look great yesterday. We saw Donovan Smith on his fucking ass.
Well, that's Donovan Smith. I don't know when he's ever going to look great.
And then today it's not that much better with the guys in pads.
Well, Dominican Sue got by Ali Marpet easy today.
I didn't even see him get past Allie. Like, we watched it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And it's just like they snap the ball and then
Sue was in the backfield. The running back actually ran into him. Yeah.
Keep your head up, buddy. I don't know who that was, number 32.
Head on a swivel. But I looked at it from a number of different angles, which, again, I want to give kudos out to everybody that's...
I love everybody tweeting clips of it.
It's beautiful. This is the first year. Used to, I would depend on What the Buck. What the Buck used to do a lot of video from training camp. And then a lot of the other Joe Bucks and then Pewter Report started doing it. But this is the first year where I've seen multiple fans. I'm getting like 5 angles from every play.
Yeah.
And it's really, really great. Keep the good work up, guys. What number were you looking at?
Number 32 just ran right into... Andre Ellington ran right into Sue.
Well, Sue was just standing there. Like,
I know.
At the handoff.
Just runs into him.
Yeah. But he got by Ali Marpet. Ali Marpet actually went, which I give credit to Ali Marpet on this. When you miss your block, you keep on blocking the next guy. You don't turn around. Never, ever turn around.
What? You don't watch the quarterback get tackled?
You don't pull a Donovan Smith.
What?
Right. And he went and he started blocking Devin White, but it appeared to me that Sue did a swim move past Marpet, got in the backfield almost at the handoff. Andre Ellington ran right into him and basically fell down.
What else can you do?
Yeah. Sue's a big man.
I just felt like it was to the point, it looked like he should just pick up Andre Ellington and hold him like a little baby. It's such a difference in the size.
It did look that way.
Crazy.
It did. And this was filmed, all the film I saw was basically at ground level, and Sue just looks so much bigger than everybody else, and he doesn't look fat at all.
No, he's very fit. He's just a monster. He's just huge.
Molly saw a picture of Noah Spence the other day, and she was just like, oh, my God.
He looks like a Greek god.
Adonis, I think he said.
Yeah, he's just chiseled. I think it was him. I just saw like an arm and bicep, and it was just enormous. I was like, what the?
If he steps up to his potential, man, I'm telling you guys, we're looking at a Von Miller type player, elite level. So be excited about that. Why he wasn't playing the past, oh, God, I get angry at the coaching staff. I get angry at the media. Why have we not known what happened? I mean, Noah Spence comes out. He looks great. He plays great. And then all of a sudden disappears. He's getting like 5 snaps a game after that. What happened? And then we hear some whispers that him and
Buckner,
the defensive line coach, didn't get along or so. I don't know.
Personal issues.
Yes. And immaturity, I've heard that.
Yeah.
But
I feel like now that we're out of the Cutter coaching regime, we can see the things that were wrong with it. I do think that we are kind of blinded a little bit by our loyalty to the team.
Yeah. Well, I wear pewter glasses.
So then you don't see the forest for the trees. So a lot of times I'm like, oh, what were they doing here? Now I can see it. Before.
Give me an example. What are you talking about?
Like Noah Spence. It just seems
where
like
you could go, Cutter didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, like, what were you doing? What was going on here?
Especially if Noah Spence comes out and just blows it up this year like I think he's going to.
Or like the Deshaun Jackson thing. Like, what was going on?
Yes.
How were you not able to mitigate all this? Like, what was the issue there where you did not have enough control of your locker room to be able to solve that conflict or deal with it in a
or even recognize
way?
it.
Or even recognize. Yeah, I don't feel like they recognized it at all. Cutter did say at one point they had like a sit down between Jackson and Jameis. But I'm like, what good does that do? How much good is that really doing? Anyway, I do feel like Arians is so much better at dealing with people.
Heads and shoulders above any coach we've had since Dungy.
Speaking of, there's a clip of Todd Bowles doing the drills with the defense.
No.
Yeah, watch it.
Wait, is he like actually doing the drills himself?
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was.
There he is. Holy crap. Oh, he's got some feet.
Yeah, I'm going to retweet it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. So I feel like this coaching staff just has such a different connection to the team.
Yeah, check out the Twitter. It's at Bucs_Observer. You can see Todd Bowles doing drills with the defense.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. I'm just going to go through my Twitter right now.
Okay, we're doing the Twitter bookmarks feed now.
Yeah. Mike Evans is number 53 on the NFL Top 100.
Here's what. Hold on. I got to say something about this. It's way too low.
Yeah.
And it's because our team sucked. Our record sucked. Mike Evans is the second best wide receiver in the league.
Yeah, he should be top 20, I think, minimum.
Minimum.
Next year, we'll see.
Minimum, yeah.
So we had Gerald McCoy at 75. JPP at 65, and then Mike Evans at 53.
Right. Okay. Hey.
So it's a little more love, I feel like, than we've gotten in years past.
Yeah, hey, for a 5-11 team.
Yeah.
So far, we've got 3 players. Well, if Mike Evans is 53, nobody.
I don't feel like we're getting anybody else.
Yeah, we're not getting anybody else. Yeah. Who else should be on there?
Maybe Jameis.
You know what? Offensive linemen don't get enough love. You know, Marpet should be on this list.
Yeah, but I don't think offensive linemen get below 50.
That's a shame.
Or above 50.
That's a shame, because that's what I watch on film all the time.
Yeah, you watch the trenches.
I love the trenches.
But I think, Mike, that was too low.
Way too low.
He should have been top 20 at least, but, you know, I think BA is going to make him that much better.
I was talking about BA putting him in the slot. Which I think would be great.
Who is it? Scotty Miller and Chris Godwin, they're saying, has been playing in the slot.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was getting ready to say during practice, that's who I've seen. But I don't think BA is going to show his hand.
Oh, no, you can't. I don't think they do. I think only dumb coaches will show their hand in training camp.
Yes, with all the cameras around and all the fans and everything. Right now,
I'm sure that they send moles to everyone else's training camp. I would. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be a mole.
Hire me. I'll go to the Saints training camp. But I was watching game film this weekend, and I did notice that Evans was in the slot a couple of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll switch it up a little bit.
Yes, I would say if he just did it 30% of the time, that would be awesome. What I saw was maybe 2 plays, maybe 3 in 8 games. So it wasn't a whole lot by any stretch, but it did happen.
That might be their tricky shit that they pull out.
Yeah, well, Cutter was pretty good with his tricky stuff. I loved Cutter's plays. Cutter designed really good plays.
Yeah.
Really, really did.
I think he's a good coordinator.
He's an excellent coordinator.
Much a head coach.
The shit he did with O.J. Howard was genius level, I think.
So what do you think about BA? How he's going to use O.J. Howard?
I don't know, man. I mean, he has some good shit.
He's never had some tight ends like that.
And he said that. He said, I've never had tight ends like this.
But don't you think it's kind of like, ooh, I get a new toy to play with? You know?
I hope so. Because we got 2 of the best tight ends in the league.
Oh, yeah. I know. Cam Brate, say what you want about him, but him and Jameis have some chemistry, and he's been our highest scoring tight end for a couple of years.
Red zone monster.
Yeah. Absolutely. The Bucs staff at training camp, they've been wearing shirts that say "One Team, One Cause," which I want to get into this because we touched on this with the Panthers All or Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at their marketing material,
it's all over the place.
It's all over the place. After every game, there's a different slideshow with a different slogan.
Mm-hmm.
There are different slogans all over the facilities, in the meeting rooms. It's all different. And there's a lot of things you can point at for their collapse last season. And I would say their lack of cohesive message was probably one of them.
It could have been, yeah.
I mean, marketing, it is marketing. It's how you reach people. It's how you get people to do things. It's important. And I think it's really underrated.
I don't know. I would kind of disagree with you there in the sense that I think these guys, they've gone through high school, they've gone through college, they've had this crap shoved down their face, all these slogans. I think they just block it out. I want to look, we talked about this, I want to look at Bill Belichick and the Patriots and see if they have these slogans up everywhere. I don't think they do.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's too much.
It's too much, yeah.
Too many of these slogans. I think you have to have a very succinct...
Yes, if you're going to do
cohesive message. If you're going to do it, exactly.
You've got to have a cohesive message.
And so you saw with the All or Nothing with the Arizona Cardinals where Bruce Arians...
Oh, I was thinking
when Bruce Arians was on the show, it was trust, loyalty, respect. I mean, it's a very simple message. Mm-hmm. It's not a different thing every week.
Right.
It's And he preached a lot about, we want a ring. That's what we want. That's our goal.
We want the ring. We don't want a trophy.
The ring.
We want a ring.
We want the ring. And so it was very like goal oriented. And so I'm happy to see the Bucs staff, them dressing in something that says one team, one cause.
Well, didn't we have with Arians? It's the same thing.
Trust, loyalty, respect. I think he had that put up.
So we have trust, loyalty, respect, one team, one cause.
Right.
Maybe that's getting into too much.
Do you think that 2? That's too much.
2 is too much. Yeah, you got to have a unified...
They're little dumb football brains. 2 slogans, too much.
You
just
said
need
that.
the one.
I didn't say that.
I heard you. I don't know. I like it.
Molly said they had little dumb football brains.
No, but I'm saying okay, so you have through the facility, through the organization, one team, one cause. And then how you get there is trust, loyalty, respect. That's how we treat each other. It's a means to an end.
Okay, let's go with that.
I don't think the 2 are necessarily a bad thing. I do think a different message for each subgroup, for each room. I think that's trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at the Carolina Panthers...
Yeah, they had no cohesion.
All or nothing. It was like every episode they had new slogans everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah. Joe Bucs fan came out with a series of articles. They are the pulse of the fans at training camp. It's very interesting. I loved it. I loved seeing it.
Because
there was a lot of positivity, a lot of hype for BA.
The fans are excited.
The fans are excited.
You couldn't tell it from the media. The media is
not at all.
Poo-pooing over everything.
But we are hyped.
Heck yeah.
We're ready. Everyone believes in Bruce Arians. We're all buying in.
That's right. Bruce is going to take us to the promised land. One bad thing that happened, did we talk about this earlier about Ryan Stewart?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Ryan Stewart got hit. Okay.
There was another injury, too. Rookie wide receiver DeMarcus Lodge, he was injured as well. He wasn't participating on the second day of practice, and there's not really a sign of what's holding him out. That's what Greg Allman tweeted on the 27th. So I don't know that we've gotten any update. I haven't looked really because he's kind of a minor player.
Camp fodder.
Yeah. The kicking game is getting really interesting.
Is it? Because has Gay kicked yet?
Yes. They've both kicked, and they've both been phenomenal.
They both kicked today.
I don't know if today, but...
I know Santos kicked yesterday. Andy kicked today. He's missed 1 out of...
8 or 9 each day. Yeah. And Gay, it was the same thing. But Gay, he kicked so hard, he went over the post.
Well, they talked about it. Bruce Arians was talking about it, and he said there was he dented the goalpost.
I think it is a true kicking competition, and I would not be surprised if they keep both of these guys.
You'll keep 2 kickers?
I don't know. I mean, they're both... I don't know how you even pick.
Yeah, Santos kicked a 53-yarder today.
Yeah,
He kicked all... He did all of his today. Didn't miss a 1. Ended with 53.
Yeah. They're both doing phenomenal.
I haven't heard anything about Gay kicking this weekend.
I think that he kicked on Saturday and did as well as Cairo. He missed 1, and it was a long one.
Pretty sure he didn't kick yesterday.
No, he did.
Okay. Vincent Testaverde, the son of former Tampa Bay quarterback.
Who?
Vincent Testaverde. Did I slur that? He signed today with the Buccaneers. This is according to Adam Schefter. The younger Testaverde threw for 1,714 yards and 11 touchdowns in his lone year at Alabama.
Albany.
What did I say? Alabama? Yeah, not even close. Where is Albany?
In New York.
Wow. Okay.
You need to practice your geography.
So anyhow, we signed him.
Yeah.
The second Testaverde we've had.
Yeah. He was here during, I think, rookie mini camp.
Well, with Fitzgerald hurt.
Right, with his volleyball injury.
It's
like Connor Barth all over again. Remember that?
If you're going to...
Tore his ACL playing basketball.
If you're going to have that, man, we don't want you on the team.
Yeah, we don't have time for all that.
Yeah. If you're going to hurt yourself doing extracurricular stuff, this is a real man sport.
They've moved MJ Stewart from practicing with the safeties to now he's in the cornerbacks room.
I wonder if they'll move him back with Ryan Stewart getting hurt.
I know, right? But, it's good having that kind of versatility in a player, maybe.
Oh, Bruce Arians loves versatility.
Yeah. We've talked about that, too, with their hybrid players.
Yes. But that's what I think. I think everybody except for the cornerbacks, the outside cornerbacks, everybody else is in the mix. They are going to play all different kind of positions. So Vita Vea is going to play defensive end at times.
Yeah.
He'll play outside linebacker.
He'll be in coverage sometimes.
No, please God, no. We tried that last year. It was stupid.
He can jump like 3 inches.
That's on a good day. If he's wearing those springy shoes. The Bucs have reached an injury settlement with quarterback Jalen Allison and wide receiver Xavier Ubosi.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got cut a while back.
That sucks.
I didn't know they were injured. I think it's just a thing.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, I think so too.
Get just cut, here's some money.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up. Get out of our face.
We're done with you.
No, that's right. Ubosi was on the pup list. That's what I said. I said, don't get on the pup list because they will cut you.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. All right, so that's exciting. We have our, hopefully, we'll have the Vita Vea video up tomorrow night on YouTube's. We have the YouTube channel. Go search for us, Buccaneers Observer.
Subscribe, and then I think you can hit the little bell thing and get notifications.
Yes, this year we're doing a lot of film work. We've got all kinds of stuff set up for that. We're actually getting kind of like a little studio thing going on here so we can do some YouTube
That's the
work.
hold up is we got to get our green screen going.
Look, you gave it away. It's a green screen.
They wouldn't know otherwise. We're getting our setup going. That's the hold up. But you'll be able to see our beautiful faces. Maybe, right? Yeah.
Well, that's the plan.
In the meantime, if you want to get in touch with us, you can reach us on Twitter at Bucs_Observer. We're on Facebook and the YouTube. Search on the YouTubes for sure. Buccaneers Observer. You can reach us by email at mollybay@buccaneersobserver.com or ralph@buccaneersobserver.com. And then we're also on the World Wide Web at buccaneersobserver.com.
And don't forget to subscribe in whatever app you're listening to or whatever. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also share. It's always good to share. We don't do marketing and all that good stuff. We're not one of these big the podcasters that have a bunch of money to spend on marketing and all that good stuff. So, just share us. If you think there's anybody that might want to hear our version of what's going on with the Buccaneers.
Our truth,
as they like to say, as the kids like to say now. Yeah, so, share us out there. But don't forget to subscribe to us, man, because we love you listeners. We love your feedback and everything. Make sure you can hear us when we put up new podcasts. We do on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We're going to try to keep this up during the week or during the season. And I say try to keep that up because we're worried about we're going to want to do more. But we're trying to stick to 3 so we don't overload or burn ourselves out. But definitely we've got enough content during the season for 3.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
For sure. We do the instant reaction. That comes up on Mondays. Then we do the game film breakdowns on Wednesdays. And then Fridays we do the
game preview.
So we've got easily enough material for 3 podcasts a week. And if that ain't enough for you, we'll bump it up to 5. I'll do 5 all day. That's going to wrap it up for us. Until next time, guys.
Go Bucs.
Boom.